Let's get that popping. We got YouTube in the building. OBS in the building. Oh shit, we got Podbean in the building. Alright folks. That means we are officially on the clock. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in the drop top, cruising the streets. I ain't got none of that shit right now, B. But what I am trying to do is get myself rolled up. For sure. You know what I mean, nephew? Where the hell is my Colorado ashtray? I think the Colorado ashtray is in the spare room. You guys bear with me. You guys start making y'all way into the room. You know what I mean? Feed it to your pum pum. This is what happens around here. Okay, so I see that you guys are starting to make your way in. That's what's up. I'm just trying to get a game on real quick, figure out which game is on, because you know right now every game is crucial. If you're a New York Knicks fan, it ain't no bigger New York Knicks fan. I'm telling you right now, any one of my friends tell you that they're a bigger Knicks fan than me, they're fucking lying. With your keys and purse? That shit looks suspicious, don't it? I know what you guys thinking. That shit look mad suspicious. That shit look mad suspect. But alright. Let's go ahead. Alright, we got all the natural elements that we want up in here. Let's go ahead and start streaming live to the website. Oh, yeah, we are live. It's official. So you know what that means? It is time to run the tape. You guys been ready for this? You gonna play my intro so that we can go ahead and start this podcast, or are you just gonna keep looking at me in my face? There we go.
As Metro's Mercury grade approaches, I shall create the illest podcaster known to mankind. But Master, what are you going to do? Howard Stern, Stephen A. Smith, Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle. Why Dave Chappelle? Cause he's a funny motherfucker. Jay-Z. Because he has money. You fucking dickhead. Oh, I'm sorry, Master. I'm very sorry. The heart of India. The strength of a black man. And the pride of a Spaniard. I present to you MyT. It's alive. He's walking, Master. He's walking. MyT Sports.
Oh shit. This is almost time for me to hop on camera. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring that curtain up so that we can let everybody behind the scenes so they can finally see exactly what we do when we mean. Here we go. good noon, good evening, I should say. And oh shit, hold on. Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Hold on, 1 second. 1 second here. I'm gonna ask you to do something that like you're probably not gonna be too happy with me doing. Drop the curtain. Yeah, let's try this again. Alright. Let's see if we can get this right this time, right? I know you guys wonder, what the fuck is this guy doing? Listen. Don't worry about exactly what I'm doing. Just worry about what's about to happen. And what's about to happen is that we about to have a full-blown celebration on the MyT Sports Podcast, if you know what I mean, my friend. Who remember that? Yo, she likes to do the oochie coochie, my friend. Yeah. Let's try this one more time. Noches! Welcome back to another edition of the MyT Sports Podcast. I am your host, the one and only Thomas Taylor. Yo, I know you guys can already see it's another Fuego day in the hottest city in the world, and ain't no hotter day than tonight right now. I'm telling you, boy, we got a whole lot to talk about on the podcast. I hope you got your blunts lit. I hope you got your drinks ready. I hope you're sitting down in your seat. Oh shit! Ow! I hope you got the game on in the back. I hope you got some kind of game on in the back, and you are enjoying yourself a nice little game of round the ball. Here on the MyT Sports Podcast, you can see my two co-hosts ain't here, but I'm here, the one and only Thomas Taylor, a.k.a. the Motor Mouth of the South, a.k.a. Mr. Energy, a.k.a. Tony Baritone, a.k.a. the Mad Podcaster, a.k.a. the Brooklyn Buzzsong, a.k.a. the Chocolate Boy Wonder, a.k.a. the One Take, oh shit, the a.k.a. the One Take Wonder, a.k.a. Work Hard, Smoke Harder, a.k.a. Round like a Dungeon Dragon, a.k.a. your girlfriend's favorite podcast, and that's been proven to be fact. A.k.a. the Army Black Knight. You better watch for the hook. We are here today. Yo, we got Westbrook continuing his greatness. We got the Boston Celtics whooping Orlando's ass. We ain't gonna stay on that game. Apparently, the great king must sit on his throne for a while. The Knicks are taking over New York. We got the Astros. They're getting a little bit of justice. We have the Arena of Heroes, folks. Yes. This Army veteran is going to talk about the Arena of Heroes. I don't know if you guys heard, and I wish one of my co-hosts was on right now to hear what I'm about to say. Actually, he is. Have you guys heard of Luka? Whoa, that's a lot of steam, B. Whoa, it's a whole lot of steam. No, whoa, that's a whole lot of That was KJ, by the way. KJ was trying to make an attempt to come out, but he came in here with the whole pot and kettle. Like but it lets me know he's listening. Folks, did you hear? Luka to the Knicks? We have our birthdays to give out, but let's not forget what today is. We're talking that today is May 5th, a.k.a. Cinco de Mayo, a.k.a. Where's my drink? Yo, we have highs of 93 today. We have lows of 73. This is Season 6, Episode 114, Excerpt 307 of the MyT Sports Podcast. And yo, let's get into these celebratory shout-outs really quick so that we can get right into it. Yeah, I like the way that sounds. Because, yeah, it's your birthday. You said it's your birthday. Check it. Check it. Yeah, it's your birthday. Say it's your birthday. Check it. Check it. You say it's your birthday. Yeah, it's your birthday. Check it. Check it. We said it's your birthday. Yeah, it's your birthday. Check it. So, we have a lot of birthdays. I should say a lot. I should say a lot. We have a couple of birthdays. We have 3 birthdays today. Right? First birthday shout out that we'll like to give is to Carmelita Guzman Ortega. Right now, Carmelita Guzman Ortega, right, is a lovely young lady that I had. That was, this shit gonna be it. Yo, be there in 10. Yo, on my way with the tequila. Oh shit. Yo, that shit's like whoa. Yo, he heard that. He heard Luca to the Knicks. That shit was whoa. Yo, in honor of Black Rob, when you hear some outlandish shit that you wasn't expecting from that MyT Sports Podcast, I would like you to go MyT. But for right now, it's okay to go whoa. I'm just saying, like, because that's the kind of heat that we bring here. That's the kind of heat that we bring here on the MyT Sports Podcast. Alright? So, let's continue with the birthday shout outs for our peoples. Alright, let's start over, right? I got a little distracted. Happy birthday to Carmelita Guzman Ortega. Carmelita Guzman Ortega is a lovely young lady that I happen to go to high school with, actually, by the way. So the Carmelita Ortega, I think she had her birthday that was actually on yesterday when the 4th was with everybody. Yeah, listen. You guys know, if you're a Star Wars fan, you understand what yesterday and today was. Yesterday was May the 4th be with you. Today was Return of the 5th. You understand? Oh, it's tomorrow Return of the 6th. I think tomorrow is Return of the 6th. Whatever. But you Star Wars people or Star Trek people, right? I think you guys. I think you guys understand exactly what I'm talking about, right? So, to Carmelita Goose, yeah, it's your birthday. They said it's your birthday. Check it. Now, with a birthday today, right? I got 2 birthdays today, right? There's 2 special birthdays today, right? 2 very, very, very special birthdays today. The first very special. Now, I didn't know which order I wanted to put this in, so I'm gonna put the one that's a little more close to the best, and they're real close to the best. Both of these birthdays today are really, really close to the best for 2 different reasons, right? For two completely different reasons. Like these 2 birthdays are close to the best for me. Now, the very first one that's close to the best. Oh shit, I knew I was forgetting somebody. Okay, wait. So before we get to today's birthday, right? Let me also give a happy birthday shout out, right? Right before I end up getting shot, right? And that is to Michael Taglieri. Right now, Mike is a friend that I met through Crystal. Crystal, as you guys know, is one of my other best friends out there. She's an Aries. Her birthday just passed not too long ago, right? So like he's a really good friend of hers, and that's how we met. I don't know if we met out drinking or if we met bowling, but I want to say definitely happy birthday to Mike Taglieri, right? Okay, that takes care of all the birthdays for yesterday. I knew I had 4 birthdays. To get into, right? Right. Oh, so the other birthday that I want to get into, right, is the birthdays for today, because I'm telling you, I didn't know which one I wanted to mention last. I like to give the one with the most important just a little bit last. What's going on, fair use? Right? Right now we're doing our birthday shout-outs in case you don't know how we like to start the podcast sometimes. Right? Because yeah, it's your birthday. We say it's your birthday. Check it. So, okay. So the very first birthday I'm gonna get, I'm gonna do the one closest, a little bit more personal, and that is happy birthday to Trisha McDonald. Now, Trisha McDonald, folks, happens to be best friends with Monica Mejia. And if you know who Monica Mejia is, Monica Mejia happens to be sis. Now, she isn't just best friends with Monica Mejia, she also happens to be the goddaughter of her first child, Michaela! Now, to be honest with you, this is the only godparent. What's going on, Pepe? Let's see. Oh. This is the only godparent that she happens to have. Like, listen, I tried to be the guy for him. I really did. I was like, yo, let me be the guy for him, B. You know what I'm saying? I make you an offer you can't refuse. Like, I guarantee you, like, no home will ever come home way as long as I'm around. You know what I'm saying? MyT. She turned me down. Apparently, it wasn't a big enough offer that she could have refused. So I want to say happy birthday to Trisha McDonald. I know you're turning old as fuck today, and that's all I know. But you know how we like to say it here. Yeah, it's your birthday. You said it's your birthday. Check it. Now, the other birthday today, right? That's also kind of special to me, right? And it's special to me in a completely different reason, right? And that is a one happy birthday to Jack Sapolsky. And the reason why it's special is for me to say happy birthday to Jack Sapolsky, because Jack Sapolsky is the person that really helped me start to understand money and how the money game works. So a lot of these tools, a lot of these philosophies that I end up throwing on to you, that came from Jack. When I said that, hey, I used to sit on the couch of a millionaire, of a multi-millionaire, right? And listen to him and listen to him function, watch him maneuver. You know what I mean? Like watch him go through his clientele, listen to him talk. You know what I mean? All that shit. That's him. That's him all day. That's that same Jack Sapolsky. So for the person that, so the reason why I said that Jack Sapolsky is near and dear to my heart, because he's gonna be the person that I am gonna damn near hold responsible mentally for helping me get my first million. When I have that first million, like sitting in my investment account, like he's gonna be one of the first people that I sit and send a text message and be like, yo, thank you, I just made my first million. That's that dude. So when you guys are thanking me, you know you're thanking him, because that's my man's in them. Little shout out to DMX, rest in peace to him as well. Alrighty, so that is all of the birthday shout outs for today. Go ahead. Hey yo, MyT, cut the beat. Whew. Only to start it right back up, because you know we bring that flame and flame, because you know we stay with that Knicks talk. You know we got that Knicks talk, and that is actually how we're going to start off the podcast today. Can somebody give me my proper intro?
First of all, first things first.
Woo, you know we stay with that Knicks talk. You know we got that Knicks talk. Anybody that has joined the podcast, just to let you know that the phone lines are officially open. Excuse me, A-E-I-O-U. Woo, that smells like tequila. Alright? If you wanted to call into the phone lines are open. Anybody that listening, remember the best way to join the podcast is through the Podbean link that you can find in the comment section or in the bio section in any platform that you may be listening to. Now, also, an easy way to listen to the podcast, if you just want to listen to the re-ears, right? Tell your smart speaker, play the latest episode of the MyT Sports Podcast. Or tell your smart speaker that you want to watch the latest episode, of the MyT Sports Podcast. And that's how you have to say it, whether you want to listen to it, whether you want to watch it. Or you can just come down to the website, mytsports.net. is where we have the whole entire network of MyT Sports, where you can go ahead and reserve my services as well. We do podcasts, we do bar mitzvahs, we do it all. I do all my own stunts, B. Holla at your boy whenever you're ready. Alright, let's get back into it, because you know we got that Knicks talk. You know we stay with that Knicks talk. And if you can see what's on that boy's vest, oh yeah, I got that orange #1, but this is for the Obi Toppin, who just started to pop out of the screen recently. Oh no, this is for one of the OGs, for Stat himself, standing tall and talented, if you know what I'm talking about. Now we got that Knicks talk. I told you we stay with that Knicks talk. And the New York Knicks are currently sitting at 37-28, folks. I don't think you understand what that means. Let me explain it to you. Let me give you the bullshit right now. The New York Knicks are 8th in the league. They're 4th in the conference. They're 3rd in the division, folks. And when I say they're 8th in the league, the only 7 teams ahead of them have all clinched the playoffs. There are no teams behind the New York Knicks that have clinched the playoffs, but every single person that is ranked ahead of them has. The 7 other teams. They're playing one of those teams tonight, but not before they took care of their business over the last couple of nights. You know I stay with that Knicks talk. I told you we got that Knicks talk. The New York Knicks with a record of 37-28. What they have done is solidify that they officially have a winning season since 2012, 2013. Yeah, I said, well, I got that Knicks talk. You know I said I stay with that Knicks talk. New York Knicks 37-28, folks. Back-to-back wins. One against Houston, the other against Memphis. You understand? One team they beat into submission, the other team they beat until they literally submitted. You know I stay with that Knicks talk, Like I said, I got that Knicks talk. New York Knicks will go ahead and beat their latest opponent, their latest victim, the Memphis Grizzlies, that is. Behind that bad man named Ja Morant. But you know what they say, you can't be bad every day in the week. And when the unstoppable force comes against the immovable defense, what the fuck you gonna do, brother, when the New York Knicks defense runs wild on you? Oh yeah, I'm talking about it was 118 to 104. Leading all scorers on the court was that boy again, Julius Randle. Folks, with 28 points. You know I stay with that Knicks talk. You know I got that Knicks talk. Julius Randle didn't have one of the best performances of his life. Did I wish you guys a happy Cinco de Mayo already? Did I do that shit? Did I give you guys a little bit of suavemente, besame, and suave. Did I give you that shit already? Oh, that's poor me. I can't believe I ain't got happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody that's out there. And listen, me wishing you happy Cinco de Mayo is for celebratory reasons only. I know there's some other nefarious shit that's surrounded around the holiday like there is most holidays. Let's focus on the celebratory portion of it, okay? Hey, I'll give you a beans if you take off your top. Is this that holiday? Is this that holiday? I can't remember. Let's go with that Knicks talk. I told you I stay with that Knicks talk. I like to start off for everybody's at the first time here. I like to start off every podcast with a little bit of Knicks talk. Unless there's just some shit that just happened that can't put me into that Knicks talk. Julius Randle, like I said, he didn't have the best of games, going 9 for 23 from the field, folks. But he was 5 for 8 from 3, 5 for 5 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds and 6 assists. And like I said, he did lead all scorers on the court with 28 points. Now he would have a lot of help from folk Derrick Rose, and I'm telling you, Derrick Rose couldn't be blossoming more at the right time. I'm talking about a tree may grow in Brooklyn, but I'm telling you, there's a rose growing in Manhattan. and this rose that's going in Manhattan, when he is playing in the game and you see that he is engaged, he reminds you of the old Rose. Now, when I say the old Rose, I mean the young Rose. I ain't saying that his petals are withered. I'm saying that he may have been watered recently. He got a little bit of that Tylenol shit crushed up into his water. All of a sudden, you thought those petals were dying, and here they go getting new life. They're re-blossoming. They're re-springing. You started to see a new shade of maroon in there, and now they start to give up that sweet, sweet smell that you're kind of allergic to. You hot you all over the place, but really what you realized you just did was get his blessings. Yes, I took it all the way there. Honolulu, Brooklyn Zoo. Those are light bars for you. You understand? I got that Knicks talk. Like I said, I stayed with that Knicks talk. Derrick Rose would add 25 points. Now, listen, Memphis did get some help. Now, what they got help from, it wasn't from Ja Morant. Who they got help from was from Brooks and Bain. Just Bain, the rookie that I've been watching all year. I like to call him the little muscle hamster, right? Motherfucker just over here, just neck sitting by his earlobes and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's that nigga. You know what I mean? Like, every time, like ask him where the beach is, that motherfucker is like, it's that way, yeah. You understand? He must have grown up a Hulk Hogan fan. Yeah, this motherfucker damn near got some 32-inch pythons. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Right? You pause where you want to, but you know what I'm talking about if I'm talking about the Hulkster. He's a real American. Don't you dare disrespect that. Alright? Now, while they had help from Brooks and help from Bain with 25 and 22 points, this game was basically done by the end of the third, for the most part. And the reason why I said it was done by the end of the third, and that is because Ja Morant just couldn't get out of his feelings in this game, and I get it. And I get it. There was some calls that he thought that he should have gotten. There were some calls that went against him that he was like, really? You never called that shit. But you know what happened? You know what ended up happening? It was calls for the young vet, or for the young star, or are we gonna go against the old vet and actually uphold the rules. Let's start with the first thing that actually set Ja Morant off. I started to set Ja Morant off, and that was actually at the end of the third quarter. Towards the end of the third quarter, you would see Ja Morant try to put, as they went for, I think right before that they went for the Knicks game about to start. They said the national anthem, right? I think they went for a 2-for-1 in that scenario, right? So Ja Morant now is getting the ball back. There's a few seconds left on the clock, and he's trying to do a heave from half court. Now, as he's doing that heave from half court, you know what happens? Derrick Rose goes and stands in front of him, and he takes the charge. Right now, part of the controversy is that Ludacris? I didn't even know Ludacris could sing. That ain't Ludacris. I'm being Ludacris, thinking that's Ludacris singing. Cheers to the national anthem being sung for the start of the next game. Now, I could take a pause here and let's talk about how important this game is, right? You have the Denver Nuggets, who I believe are now sitting third, if I'm not mistaken. Are they the? No, they're not the third team. The LA Clippers, I think are the third team, if I'm not mistaken, because I think I heard today that if the players were to start today, that the Clippers and the Lakers would meet in the first round at the 3 and 6 spot. So I don't think the Denver is in that third seed. I think Denver may be now in that fourth seed, which, like I said, you heard me on the last podcast, I called them the Knicks of the East, or I called the Knicks the Nuggets of the West. 1, 2, let's see. You got Phoenix, you got Utah, you got the Clippers, and you have Denver. Yep. So they are fourth, and it is officially 9:07, folks. And if you know what that means when it comes to 9:07 here on the Wednesday Night Podcast, that means it is time for us to go ahead and show some love and give a shout out and do what my co-host Mark 21 Mark Salute, as I like to call him, something that he has started, and that is called the 21 Light Salute, right? And the 21 Light Salute is there for everybody that has been affected by COVID, whether you're young, old, rich, or poor. We want to just give a little bit of shout out, a little bit of love, some positive energies for all those that have been affected by COVID over this last year and a half now. You understand? So what we like to do for that is we like to flick our light 7 times. So if you guys would like to join us, you can do this on any given night between 9:03 and 9:10 any night, and just put that hashtag 21 Light Salute. And folks, here we go. Folks, that's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 for all those in heaven and affected around. There we go. That's that 21 Light Salute, folks. Like I said, don't you make sure that you guys will go ahead and give a little bit of love for anybody that may have been affected. I know some people have been affected. But remember, this thing is serious. If you're lucky enough to have known somebody that has not known somebody that has lost their life to this, then you're lucky. Because unfortunately, I am not that lucky. Now, back to that Knicks talk. You know we stay with that Knicks talk. As I get the New York Knicks currently right now about to take on the Denver Nuggets. And this is after they just came off of 2 wins against Houston and Memphis. This is the 3rd game of a 6-game road trip to the West for the New York Knicks. That started in Houston, went to Memphis, is now going to Denver. They're going to go to Phoenix next, and then they're going to stop in LA, where they're going to play the Clippers and then the Lakers. And then after that, they will be coming back home to your boys to go and finish out the rest of the season, where they only have 3 games left. I think on that docket is going to be what's going on, brethren. Real.
You know you got that Knicks talk.
You know we stay with that Knicks talk. So you know within the last 3 games, it's possibly going to, I think if I'm not mistaken, it's San Antonio, Orlando, and Boston. Is that who it is?
At home?
Well, last 3 games, yeah.
Yeah, say it again. I know
San Antonio, Boston. Is the 3rd one Orlando? It could be Orlando, right?
All I know is every game we got right now.
Listen, every game that we have is difficult. Every game that we have matters. Every game that we have put me on edge. But I'm telling you right now,
I love it.
I am so at ease now. I am 100%. I am 100% at ease because for some time now I've said this. I no longer go into Knicks game thinking that we no longer have a chance. Oh, woe is me. I stopped having that stuff. I thought a long time ago. I started going into every game thinking like, yo, we have a 50-50 shot. And in some games, it's better than a 50-50 shot. Like, it's 50-50 shot against teams now like Brooklyn. 50-50 shot against teams like the Lakers. 50-50 shot against teams like the Clippers. 50-50 shot against teams like Milwaukee, who we've been owning this year. 50-50 shot against teams like Denver, who we're playing right now.
Let's get it.
Because Denver, even though their record is way better than ours.
Denver is balling right now.
Right, 43-22.
Yeah, balling.
Right, they're on par with. They're better than Brooklyn right now. Right?
Without Murray.
But I'm curious to see what happens here because that means, listen, the defense that is played by the interior guys is going to have to be superb.
Point.
I'm glad that I want to see if Nelson comes back today.
If our big niggas hold it down, because that's how they play. That's how they want to play Denver. They want to play down low, and our down low defense is our strength. So if that holds up like it's been holding up, we should be able to take care of business. Should.
Now, actually, you know what? I am going to pause on talking more Denver talk because we're going to have more than enough time to talk Denver talk while they're still on. Let me finish up and wrap up this Memphis game. Just like how that Memphis game was basically wrapped up by the third quarter. And let me tell you the series of events that really set John Morant off. First, it was at the end of the third quarter where he tried to lean in for a long-distance three-point shot. And when he leaned into that, Derrick Rose stepped in for the charge. And they gave Derrick Rose the charge. Now,
dangerous tonight.
Living dangerous tonight. Casa Amigos. That's the house of Migos. I mean, them niggas can't rap, but I hope they make a good tequila.
On Cinco de Mayo, you must have the tequila.
So,
Take it easy.
yeah, easy, Poppy.
Easy, Poppy. Easy, Poppy.
Where's Poppy, by the way?
Easy, Poppy.
Yo,
Poppy's not working, Poppy.
You know what? I can get
It's
it.
Poppy's holiday.
Yeah,
He's not
for real.
here.
Yeah,
Come on,
I can understand why. I
Come
can
on.
like this would be like if we had a Jewish guy on the set and and it was Ramadan and he wasn't. You know what I mean? I'm like, I get it. You know what I mean? It's Cinco de Mayo. I get it. Like you wouldn't catch me here on Kwanzaa.
Exactly.
Like you wouldn't catch me here. Oh shit.
Shit, Juneteenth, we podcasting from a location.
Oh shit. I'm about to say you wouldn't catch me here on May 6th. Tomorrow's May 6th. Is that? Oh, I thought I was Bobby. That's mommy. Hey baby. I see Sugars walking by.
What's how you?
Yeah, cause I forgot. Tomorrow's one of my holidays. Shit. No, not tomorrow. Friday's one of my holidays. I didn't realize how close my holiday was to Cinco de Mayo. I'm gonna have to start making it like a 3-day weekend.
The 7th?
Yeah, because today I got out the army. That's my holiday.
Take a shot if you love yourself.
I'm still gonna have a podcast.
This shit is straight tequila, but fuck it.
Oh shit. Okay, you got the lemonade with you. I'm gonna say I got some lemonade up here.
I mean, I forgot the liquor stores be having the little mix shit.
You know what? Let me down this shit so I can get some of that shit. That's a little bit of tequila. There's some lemonade right there.
Yeah.
I was like, wait. I said, Mom's got a little tequila. I'm about to go bloop 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 bloop.
Trust me. Shit. The shit that she had, the bottle you talking about is the one that I had.
Your replacement bottle. Yeah. I gotta stop taxing.
Trust me.
It's like halfway now.
I thought about it. I was like, well, the replacement. But I'm like, let me just go ahead and get the tequila. Oh, B.
This game has officially started, folks.
Let me say, I don't know if you've seen this. I hope you didn't see it when I posted it in the group chat yesterday, because I was on such a high. I had a slight moment.
That whatever you posted wasn't more outlandish than what paparazzi posted. I'm gonna give out names. Oh, now I'm gonna call out names. And what paparazzi posted when he said, "Yo, Emmanuel quickly for Rookie of the Year." See, this is why I'm getting. This is why I can't respond to them, because you know what? They're making me mad. They're making me.
I saw that shit. I was like, yo.
And you know why they're making me mad?
Y'all can't appreciate our good shit right now, and it's ticking me off.
Yeah, exactly. Because we already talked about Emmanuel quickly being a Rookie of the Year, and stopped talking about him when he fell out of Rookie of the Year contention, because he's no longer there anymore.
Exactly. And then they over LaMelo Ball.
Like, you understand? Like, I just made a comment last week about LaMelo Ball that if he can keep his team in the playoff hunt where they was about to fall completely out of it without him, he may be able to, like, it's like a fighter that's getting beat the majority of the round. But you know what I mean? But you thought he was winning like a good portion of the fight. But he's getting beat the majority of that last round, and then he gets a nice little third in that last 30 seconds. And you're like, oh shit, you know what? He was winning this fight. You know, in the deciding round I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like you're like, oh no, he was winning this fight. Let's not fall for this fluke. Now that's what it is. Like LaMelo Ball may have come back long enough to pump the brakes on Anthony Edwards stealing MVP Rookie of the Year from him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And what about my boy last night? Muscle Hamster. In Memphis. Not last night, 2 nights ago. The Muscle Hamster in Memphis. Can you pass me a lot over there, KJ? Please. I just got lighter, Jack. Just like in broad daylight, too. Well, I guess it ain't broad daylight, but it happened right in front of my face.
What's the problem? You fell for the sleeper.
I did.
You can't do that.
I did.
You have to stay on.
You know what I mean?
Come on, dude.
Like I was over here thinking like Bobby Valentine and shit. Like, is there any more room? Is that Bobby Valentine?
No, that's Genuine, family.
Genuine was any more room for me in those jeans?
Yeah, that's Genuine.
Was that Genuine?
That's Genuine, brother.
Huh.
Is there any room for me?
So let's continue. Let's wrap this up so we can wrap this up, right? So we can move on because I didn't want to talk about this meltdown what happened in this Memphis game. So John Moran is upset because he didn't get that call. Now, granted, it was the right call for him not to get because he did initiate the contact and it basically was an offensive foul. You just never see them call it that way often. But this is young star versus vet, and in this instant they called it right for the vet. Now I feel like if Derrick Rose had did that, they would have given him the shot. So either way in that scenario, they were planning to give it to the vet. Then it was, and then as the fourth quarter would go along, right? There was another play where John Morant came all the way down. I think he got hit by like Burke or Reggie Bullock, and he had been complaining since then. And babe, you was here, you watched it. I was like, remember? Like I'm sitting here and I'm hearing in the background, "Where's the foul? Where's the foul?" I'm like, oh, somebody about to get a tech. Next thing you know, Coach Tech. And then I still see him getting his big bird on, flapping his arms and shit. I was like, oh, he out of here. What happened next? Yeah. What was that movie? Naked Gun 22 and a half? Yeah. Like, yo.
Big ass carry.
That's why they were saving Nurse Noel. What is Nurse Noel looking for? Who is going to help Nurse Noel? You ought to help. Unless number 3 was Reggie Bullock.
Nerlens, brother. Nerlens.
His name is Nursing. Fuck that. Stay healthy, I'll learn your name.
He's so disrespectful. He gonna fuck up a man's name like that on purpose.
But that drink though, that is mad respectful though. I appreciate you, B.
Respectfully.
Like you don't actually that's kind of just because you don't respect my sobriety for shit. That was a this fuck. What am I saying?
You see what you just did, right? Time out. Who did I offer him the drink?
Wait, huh?
Did I offer him that drink? No. I said I don't respect your sobriety, right? Y'all got good memory. Who asked for the drink?
Did I ask for a drink?
You said, ooh, let me get that one instead. Let me finish. Let me drown this cup so I can get some of that instead.
I did say that. You know what? Thank you for reminding me who the fuck I was. 3 drunk uncles. As soon as we get Poppy in the building. He'll put Poppy in the casa.
Poppy in the casa.
And then get the casa and Poppy.
But yeah, can I finish my Knicks story?
Knicks story?
My Knicks story from yesterday. My little experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This shit had me dying. So I had a moment because I'm at work. I'm watching First Take. I'm listening to Stephen A. go off in a happy mode about the Knicks. So I had a brief moment where I got over the top.
Sorry, I didn't see them giving up Rookie of the Month. I think they gave it. I think it was to call it. I don't think it was to Anthony Edwards. This is a game break right now. I'm about to see.
Yeah, I had a moment where I got overconfident with the Knicks.
I've been tripping. Makai Flynn. Okay.
Yeah, he's been balling. But yeah, I've been chilling, minding my business when it comes to the Knicks. Like right here, no need to talk. We have 1 year.
Oh Lord.
But that moment, I was like,
he's like, yo,
I was so hyped. I was so hyped that I was. But after I finished watching First Take, I seen the little icon to watch the Knicks documentary when the Garden was Eden. So I clicked that and I watched it. I was like, yes, the good times, and the good times are coming back. And then all of a sudden,
oh man, that orange and blue was pumping through your veins heavy.
Like
Batman.
And then all of a sudden,
you insane.
No. All of a sudden, I get a notification from Julius Randle, from Bleacher Report saying Julius Randle pumping out his chest saying, yeah, I'm the MVP. I said, whoa. While I'm watching this shit. And then I got another message that was really jacking the Knicks crazy. I'm like, nah, cut this shit off. Turn it off. There's too much Knicks positivity. He's jinking it. The devil's trying to get my Knicks. I rebuke thee, Satan.
You should have seen him. Guys, we're in a group chat. My homeboy is like, the game's about to start. He's like, let's go Knicks. And Kate's like, no, hold on. Don't be like that. He's like, Father God, please, Father God, let us have this victory today. Oh, Father God, thank you for blessing us with all of these voluptuous W's, Father God. Oh, thank you for your gracious humbleness and blessing the Knicks with win after win after win after win. Oh, Father God, we thank you, Father God. Like, I was like, yo, like, this is what happens when you're a scorned Knicks fan. Like, yo, the idiosyncrasies is out the roof. I'm sorry, if you don't understand that, what I'm trying to say, like, yo, they are superstitious like a bitch. Okay? If I have to reword that for a couple of yous. Like, I couldn't even take it. I was like, yo, I felt confident against Memphis. Yo, I was in there like, yo, I want all of that shit. Yo, give me your jazz and give me your blues. Like, I was going into Memphis with my blue suede shoes. Like, I'm ready to stomp all over you. You know what I'm saying? Like fuck the king. We about to come here and steal all of your bling. Not in the Rue Brooklyn Zoo. I'm telling you, these are light bars. This is what I do. I got that Knicks talk. You know we stay with that Knicks talk. I'm feeling myself right now, even though the Knicks are down 3-11. I'm not worried because the New York Knicks are a team that they can hustle. I hear Knicks fans calling into the station like, you know what, I really don't like that the New York Knicks are always like down by like 5 points in the first quarter. They need to show a little bit more assertive early. It's the first fucking quarter! Are we still not winning these games? You fucking goddamn Knicks derelicts! Can't stand none of yous! Y'all ain't been watching all season. Y'all wasn't with me in here watching tape in the gym. I've been watching tape since day one. I've been here, firm, watching every game, up and down like a roller coaster. I understand when we came with like a fucking wrecking ball, stepping all over these motherfuckers. Got me all hyped up for no reason. It's early at night, it's late in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what time of day it is. Ja Morant, they held him to 8 points, 2 for 14 shooting. That's the reason why Ja Morant was a little bit frustrated. That's the reason why Ja Morant, shortly after his coach got the old kibosh, he was like, well, if we ain't gonna come back, like, I ain't gonna lie, that move that Ja Morant pulled right there, I was like, we made him look like a bitch. Cause we know he ain't a bitch. We know he ain't no bitch. Like, listen, we know that there's one thing that we cannot say about Ja Morant. And that is that
You still a bitch.
you can't call him that. No. But that night in Memphis, when the Knicks put that clamps on him, oh yeah, he quit. He quit on his team. His coach quit on his team, and we wrote a nice little W. To having our first winning season in 8 years. Now we're placing Denver, and Denver, since the last time we spoke, they happened to clinch the playoffs. Denver was the only team that was ahead. One of the only 7 teams ahead of us that did not clinch a playoff. That had not clinched a playoff berth up until that time. That was 2 days ago. Now they have officially clinched the playoff berth. So the New York Knicks are 8th in the league, and every single team that's ahead of them has clinched the playoff spot. The only people ahead of the New York Knicks right now in the standing have all clinched playoff spots. There's nobody behind the Knicks that have clinched a playoff spot, just the 7 people ahead of them. And now we have these last 3 games is going to be on the road trip, right? As we talked, as we hinted at earlier. Tomorrow against next game against Phoenix, and then after that against the Clippers, and then after that against the Lakers. And I'm not going to lie to you. Well, I don't feel, and I never feel, and I don't know why. I don't feel happy about playing Phoenix at all. I don't. You know what? You know that 50-50 chance I tell you about? It's not 50-50 when I hear Phoenix. It's more like 40-60. But when I hear Clippers and Lakers, I think 50-50. Also because I know that. Listen,
For
we
the
either
Clippers, somebody's
we're
not playing.
either gonna get Kawhi or we're not gonna get Kawhi.
We're either gonna get PG or we're not gonna get PG.
Or we're either gonna get PG or we're gonna get playoff P. You put it out. Right? Like, so I feel happy. We'll either get LeBron James or we won't get LeBron James since he wants to nurse this high ankle sprain. So for those last 2 road games, I feel a lot more better about playing in LA than I about playing in Phoenix. I just really like I said, I can never really talk shit about Chris Paul's talent because you have to hear how I talk about him truly. He is great. He just leaves before he gets the blame for his team not winning. Because he does this. He makes that team a better team. But he never gets them to the championship hump, over that championship hump. But he leaves before he can be like, oh, well, they're not getting there because of Chris Paul. It's like, oh, they only got so good because of Chris Paul. He can't always take the, but at some point, he got to be good enough to take somebody somewhere. He's the point guard. Eventually, he's going to stop being a point guard and only be a point titan. No rings? I'm sorry. Gods are drenched in gold.
You said you were tight, but you're not a god.
It's still respectable. Patrick Ewing is a titan of the game. Charles Barkley's a titan of the game. LeBron James? Fuck.
You were saying something?
Michael Jordan, he's a god in this game.
Hell, you were saying something about LeBron James.
LeBron James is a god.
Hold on, say one more time.
LeBron James is a god in this game.
Ooh.
The great LeBron James.
Oh.
The generous king. Opener of the rings. On his watch, everybody gets. You get a ring. You get a ring. You get a ring. Everybody gets a ring.
You know what he is? He's a fucking pimp. That's what he is. Out here gifting his women a whole bunch of rings.
He do be pimping in that pimp game like, yo,
shit.
Anthony Davis. I just want to make you
ring?
great. I want to make you the best version
Yo,
of
Steph,
you.
go ahead, get your shine on, you little light skin.
He's like, I want to make you the best version of you ever. You know what I'm saying? I know that you've been in this game for 7 years and you've been struggling over there, but I just want you to get.
Kyrie, I know you hate me, but you love me, nigga.
Like,
Take this ring, B.
Like,
Take this ring, B.
he is a master manipulator.
KD.
Like, listen,
You know I seen you run the block, nigga. You won't fuck with me, but you know you fuck with me the long way. Go ahead, get your rings, B. Go ahead, get your rings.
I mean, unless KD really does fuck with LeBron James the long way.
Hey, you never know, man. You never know, B. You know all these niggas is fruit cups out here touching each other and shit.
Listen, if sports hasn't made you comfortable snacking another man on the ass on a regular basis, then you have then it's just sports.
That shit's still not for me. I remember a couple times that's happened to me. I turned around so quick and said, "Hey, yo, listen, pound, tap on the helmet, or chest bump towards the sideline after a made basket. But the tap on the ass after a made basket or a touchdown, that's a hell no. That's a hard no. Home run, no. Definitely a no after a home run.
Hit me with that conceded line.
Hey, yo, DJ D-Rec, cut the beat.
But I'm not DJ.
MyT.
There we go.
Cut the beat.
There we go. So. That ain't gonna do it justice. That ain't gonna do it justice. Because I got a little bit of breaking news that I heard about that I saw across my wire right before we came on. Okay, did you guys hear this piece of news? Luka to the Knicks. Luka to the Knicks. Luka to the Knicks. Did you hear this? Luka. That the New York Knicks
Luka what?
have signed point guard
That's some
Luka Vildova to a 4-year, $13.6 million contract. He's a point guard out of Baskonia. That, from what I've heard, he was gonna be a high free agent in this. Like for a lot of people, he was gonna be a high free agent for this off season. So the New York Knicks have officially signed to a 4-year contract Luka Vildova. This is somebody they're gonna continue to monitor not only on his international team but during the Olympics and everything else. He has a 1-year contract with a 3-year team option.
If you don't hurry up and go to the next fucking topic right now. Hurry up and go to the next fucking topic.
He's only 25 years old.
Hurry up and go to the next fucking
Okay.
topic.
So listen, since he wants me to go on to the next contract, I'll be fully responsible if I just didn't bring up our sponsor on this time. Because since we're getting up on that next talk, let's go ahead and talk about that thing that helps gets us up on a. You know what? And I'm glad I'm actually remembering this time. Where is it? What's that?
He has some inside information on Luka wanting to come and play for the Knicks. Doncic, that is. And he talk about some fucking overseas. You see the shit I have to deal with, people? I was about to say this shit Earl the Pearl Monroe to the Knicks trade type shit. I was about to be like, you see that's life as a Knicks fan. They put you up here only to just bring you back down.
Listen. How do you think I felt when I first read Knicks signed Luka? And I had to click on the ellipses to read Vildova.
Listen, so don't bring your pain this way.
But
don't bring your pain this way. Don't do that.
Knicks fans.
No, don't.
Did I give you a sip already?
No.
Oh, okay, good. Glad I now remember it finally. Okay, so I'm not gonna bring my pain that way. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring a little satisfaction around the world. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna help you guys out. Who we got here? We got find this. So what's going on, Kill? You know, we got that Knicks talk. We just finished talking about that Knicks. Listen, if you ever want to join the podcast, remember we have the Podbean link in the bio. Come and join the conversation with us. Remember, it's always a good time. That shit stays MyT. And you know what else can stay MyT? You can stay MyT with Blue Chew, that is.
Facts.
Right? We're talking about Blue Chew is that little blue pill that gives you back that thrill. Open up a pack and then head to the sack. Just a few chews before you do. Right? With the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, this is one opportunity that you just can't miss. She's gonna love how you come through like a champ when you Blue Chew in advance. Now we got the promo code for you today, folks. Just use promo code N as in November, J as in Juliet, C as in Charlie, T as in Tango. That's NJCT. Easy way to remember that. New Jersey, Kentucky. Right? Just like that. NJCT. And a secret between you and I, right? That promo code is going to give you $20 off your first order. So, if you pick the standard plan, that's basically trying your first order for free. Yes, folks, I'm giving you your first order for free with promo code NJCT. All you're going to have to do is pay shipping and handling. And once you pay shipping and handling, you'll be able to chew it and do it like a champ. Who else is out here? The Brooklyn Cafe. What's going on, Brooklyn Cafe? That's happened to be one of my own employees. Yeah, I used to work on the production crew for that podcast. What's going on to the podcast? I see you guys watching me. I'm always watching. Here you go. And here goes your free sample.
Oh, yes. Love to see it.
Show them how that looks. In case you guys don't realize. It's very nice. It's very discreet. It looks very sleek. Very sleek.
It's very, very professional.
You know what I mean? Very sleek packaging. Very discreet. It even sounds like you put it on a condom. That's just wrong. Don't listen. This is how I get canceled after I become famous. Like 10 years later, somebody go find the old archives. I would have been like I would have been like on
You're
season.
gonna have to delete your whole Instagram.
Like I would have been like on season 20, like in my personal life. But they would have only picked me up maybe like in season 12, and then somebody would have officially have finally gone back and listened to all of this early shit, and like years later, like, do you guys know what kind of person he is? I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a motherfucking barbarian, but I am your favorite army knight.
And that's all that matters.
For real. I am your Army Black Knight. Listen, not Luka, but the Joker is killing it right now, laughing all over the Knicks as they have a very comfortable lead right now, and he is balling like he wants something.
Oh my God.
I didn't know it was that bad.
Wow. Hey, yo. Oh. Danger zone. What the fuck did I just see?
The New York Knicks are currently down right now, 26-6.
With 3:25 left in the first quarter. Wow.
Damn. But you know what I say? If you could go down by 20 in a quarter, you could eventually come back by 20 in a game.
It's the Austin Rivers effect. We get rid of him.
Oh shit!
He starts playing well.
Oh, Austin Rivers is on this team. That's where he went to.
Yep.
I thought he got traded to a team and then cut immediately.
He did.
I never heard about his.
He got traded and then got cut.
I didn't hear that he got re-signed. I didn't hear about the re-signing.
And then
they're too small for him right now. Like Taj Gibson is gonna give it his all, but he's too small for Jokic. Like you might as well have R.J. Barrett on him. He's gonna finesse the shot at him. He's too small. Like he's gonna pass over him. He's gonna shoot over him. He's gonna do the Dirk away. He's gonna skill the shit out of him. Remember, the phone lines are open. Call it whenever you're ready. So
you want to hear some bitch ass shit?
Besides John Morant and their coach.
Oh yeah, it's some bitch ass shit.
Oh, okay.
Trust me, it's some bitch ass shit. You actually might want to keep that down for this shit. So as you know, our beloved New York Yankees have at least attempted to get their shit together and are playing those Houston Astros in New York, and the fans gave it to them. Big up New York. Big up Yankees fans, them. They had a chant going, fuck Altuve. Fuck Altuve. Big up. Gave them hell the whole time. And big up Stanton for actually having a bat, because when you talk about Jekyll and Hyde of somebody as a baseball player, that man has times right now, this is one of those times where he looks like one of the greatest hitters ever to step foot to a plate when the way he swings when he's hitting. But when he's missing, but when that nigga is missing, you like, yo, how the fuck did this nigga even make the fucking major league? Get him out of here, B. Jesus, especially come playoffs time, postseason when you really need him. But anyway, they gave those Astros hell. Those Yankees fans, those great Yankees fans, those great New York fans. And then Dusty Baker, who had nothing to do with their cheating bullshit, is trying to throw himself in the mix because he had the nerve to come out and say, oh, the Yankees fans, they were a little too hard on Altuve. Bitch, you lucky we didn't start throwing no fucking trash cans and stabbing niggas up and throwing beer bottles and shit at those fuck ass Astros.
Because their manager knew stuff. He's like, hey, at least they didn't get violent. Because
we let you off, nigga. You cost us 2 World Series.
Like, you lucky you only have 1,500 people there. Or however many, that limited capacity. Because if that place was packed, shit would have been on the field.
Oh, yeah.
It's only because in that small, with that small sample size of people, you can identify any hostile person in a second. You can't hide. But let there be. But you know, though, I had this written down. I was going to talk about this after basketball. But it's okay. Nah, it's okay. Cool. It's cool. We talk about champs anyway. We talk about the champs anyway. And we're gonna talk about some more champs later on. We'll swing it back to basketball, right? We'll go for the chumps to the champs. The chumps that feels like champs, right?
That's what I'm saying. Fucking
because I know
Astros.
the Astros got justice, right? They
We
finally
still not
got some.
done with these niggas.
They finally got a little bit of justice.
We still not done with these niggas. They need to
by
get
getting
more
booed, and it's just the beginning. They should get booed everywhere. Which made me want to ask you, right?
They should get booed. They should get pegged. If there's, I'm not for the pitchers throwing the baseball at the players, but if there was one time where it was justified, hey, throw that 95 mile per mile fastball
in his back, right between the numbers,
right in his fucking ribs, right there. Bow.
Burke, rigged in and out. Fuck, that shit went all around the fucking world. Fucking, he washed it. You know what I mean? That fucking toilet bullshit and rimmed out.
And the niggas out here playing volleyball with the fucking basketball. Look at Austin Rivers right there.
Because he knows.
Oh.
Yeah, he tried to do that. Yeah, they are playing with
that
more.
shit was about to fall.
I can't say they're playing with more energy than us. They've matched our energy, and we weren't ready to be punched in the face.
And then you know that Denver altitude as well.
I do know that Denver altitude.
Lord have mercy.
It's not as cracked up as what they say it is.
Lord have mercy.
But also, you know what?
Ooh, good move. You
too strong.
Damn.
But also, I wasn't also running around all the way up there.
Like that with the dribble?
Yeah, he came in between his legs with the dribble. Like I did it.
Like the one-handed tip.
Yeah, he did the one hand. He did the one hand between.
And then you airball.
And then you wonder why we let you go. Before I let you go.
That wasn't Rivers.
Said you gotta play.
That wasn't Rivers though.
Sorry.
That wasn't Rivers.
I thought that was Rivers.
Nah.
So no, Altuve, like they definitely
crazy.
got the justice that they deserve, and the fact that they had a nerve to even complain in the slightest bit, just to show that they still kind of feel entitled, that they believe that everybody cheated, they just did it better, that they believe that what they did wasn't that egregious, but yet you couldn't take off your shirt.
That fucking chumps. Oh my god, Jokic is giving it.
No, he's gonna work though. He gonna have 50 tonight. Okay, so this got to be a comeback victory. I mean, not a comeback victory, a bounce back victory tomorrow night or the next time we play against the Clippers. Ooh. Derrick Rose has been hitting from 3-point range for the last 3 games.
We really only have 12 points right now. This is crazy, son.
It's okay. I feel that pit in my stomach already, but it's still so early where I can't even feel like I've given up on this game.
What's the next topic, B?
So, since we're talking about ballers, right? Let's stay here.
No New York, no New
York. No. We're talking about the Astros.
The Astros.
We'll come back to basketball in a second, right? Because basketball ain't gonna go nowhere. It's too heavy.
It's too heavy in this room.
Yeah, right it'll keep coming back, like regardless if we want to or not, right?
We couldn't do it even if we tried.
So I have to ask you a question. Right, since we're talking about the Astros.
Talk to me.
Outside of the Astros, because they're already there right now, we kind of know. Who is your number one booable? Taj gets about to get a technical. Number one booable player and or team.
Well, obviously we know the Astros is number one, but outside of them,
the Astros just came before the Astros. Who regardless as soon as you he got it. See, there goes right there. Yeah, like as soon as you see this person, I'm booing you. As soon as I see this team, I'm booing them.
Green Bay Packers.
Booing the Packers?
Yeah. I root for the quarterback, but fuck the team.
Really?
Fuck the team.
Because of this recent event, or it's always been like this?
Recent event. You know me. I don't have teams that I just full on hate you. Other than the Astros, I don't have teams that don't have players. I don't have other than the Houston Astros. Red Sox maybe particular players on there. Just annoyed. But even real talk, I don't even hate those niggas. It's still fuck you. It's obviously it's Boston, New York. It's fuck you. But like I said, David Ortiz scared the hell out of me anytime he walk up to the bat in the 8th or 9th inning.
That is true.
Oh my God! Talk about somebody put the fear of God in your heart every time. Lord, please, not this time, not this time. We trying to hold down this win. Next thing you hear, bing! I said, fuck. Is it a homer or is it in play? Fuck! It's a homer. Fuck! I just know one thing. That one championship series, he hit a grand slam to tie that bitch in the 8th or the 9th. I'm just glad that wasn't on the Yankees. I would have been that fan that breaks the motherfucking television. Detroit Tigers fans, if you listening, I know that shit still hurts. Talk to me nicely, please. Please let off your frustrations. Cause damn, I was watching that game live as a fan, B, and I was like, oh. When he hit that shit, I said, "No way!"
He caught
and literally within the first minute or two, the first thing I said is like, God that wasn't on the Yankees. Fuck.
Yo, he beat us. He was killing us on every phase of the game. Cutting to the basket, driving to the basket, on assist.
I wish they show you this one shit where it's an inbounds plays from down at the
and he cut to the lane.
He cut. Nerlens is not even looking. He was looking at something else. I said, yo, it's gonna be that kind of game.
That's what I saw. I was like, he's killing us from every aspect of the game, from the baseline, from the 3-point, from passing, from like, cutting, from driving. He's looking like an MVP. Yeah, where's Randall? What's he doing? I didn't even notice Randall so far.
He must be in foul trouble or something because I swear
no,
every time I look,
he disappears against good defenders. Like he stops challenging them at the rim. We seen this. This is a pattern. This is something that I was hoping that I didn't. It
happened against Phoenix last week. It happened against.
Yeah, see, that was something I was hoping that I didn't start to notice as a pattern, but it may just be his pattern against good defenders. He doesn't go into their body and try to induce that contact and shoot through them. He stops too much because he likes to do that fadeaway a little bit too much. So he doesn't really always entice that. Maybe it was that night. He didn't want to invite that contact. I always felt he was a little bit more physical than that. But I guess he's that more physical with people that's smaller than him. Anybody that's bigger than him, like all the shot blockers. We all know how to play shot blockers. You can't play away from shot blockers. You have to play into shot blockers.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to force those referees to make a call either on you or on them. But if you play away from that shot blocker and give that motherfucker space, then you always give an opportunity. Then you basically it's a cop out, and then you give the defender the advantage. So like that's something I'm watching. That's something I'm kind of monitoring for Julius Randle as this season continues because this is gonna be the thing that I'm gonna worry about. And if we play, I know what I said, like I want Miami, right? Well, if we play Miami, that's gonna be a problem because that's what Bam is. But I still want Miami for the reasons I want Miami.
So we can pay $800 to go to the game.
What? Not like $200? Not like $300?
I know for a fact it's gonna be around that. You wanna know how? I'm telling you, I think it was like March. I think it was around March. I went on the
800.
I went on the fucking website trying to look for tickets in March and for April because the Bulls were gonna play Miami. And this is about a good month in advance. I saw tickets that normally it shouldn't be no more than $150, $200. I'm going for like $600.
Okay, no, I'm okay with that for 100. Like so,
$600. I'm talking for places that
in the 150 section. I'm willing to pay about $600 for this team's seats in the 150 section in the playoff.
But that was a regular season. You already know ticket prices go up come playoff games.
That was right now, you meant? Like there's
that was yes, right now. And you know why them tickets is high like that? Because they can't have everybody up in that motherfucker. So they gotta make them shits high. Trust me, here, boom. Hold on. Let me search up the Heat's next home game.
You about to have me still looking at ticket prices. Like I'm about to be really
trust me, I let it go because of the prices that I was seeing. I said, "Oh, y'all niggas are bugging."
Because for a playoff ticket, like I'm willing to spend like $500 for a playoff ticket. I understand that.
Yes, absolutely.
$800,
and it's not
like you start
$800 should guarantee me 100 like the 100 the 100 section.
Like
$800 for a playoff ticket might get you.
Like 800
might get you all the way up at the top.
My logic starts to kick in. Like you can't be that reckless for a playoff game that you're gonna watch your team lose for. Possibly,
and you're just gonna get drunk as hell. And shit.
Spend another $200 fucking getting drunk that night.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to make that $1,000 night.
That's $1,000 night. And then the team loot for a motherfucking L.
Like man, if I paid that much for a girl and took an L, like y'all would call me a sucker.
Straight sucker.
It would not like yo, but I'm a sucker for my Knicks. Yes. Cause like, man, like listen, it can't be no more than 600, 650. I can't do no more than like I can't justify it. It's not like I can't justify it. Even though I have a spare $1,000 sitting around now because of doggy coin. That's $75. Turn it to a whole G.
Wow. Love to hear it.
And then my big five like made another move. Like that doubled before. Now it's tripled. From where I made my latest major purchase of it at. Like from I made my original purchase, it's done way more than that. Like it's 16 times over or some shit like that, maybe 12 times over, 10 times over at least. But from when I made my latest major purchase, oh yeah, that shit has tripled. And I'm like, this is why I need to put. This is why I was like, I gotta get to the multipliers and stop. Okay, let's get out of this. Cause I can't talk money again. I don't want to go back down that path because I feel some type of way about this whole entire scenario. You guys don't even realize it. I keep telling you guys that I would have made my first million already if I just would have realized what the hell Jack Sapolsky was telling me back in 2007. But I already know this for a fact though. Before I leave out of this decade, and before most of my friends leave out of this decade, if I can take enough of them on this journey with me, we will all leave out of this decade with $1 million. I guarantee you that much. At some point in time, you guys are gonna understand what I'm saying. Like, yeah, everything you want to invest in this event, let's put $100 in it. Let's say fuck it, put $100 in there. It just makes sense. Let's put an even $100 in it. Anything that you want to invest in, let's put an even 100 at bare minimum. Make that your bare minimum. And the reason I'm telling you that because sometimes one share here, two shares here may not do it. If the price of it is a little bit high, and you be like, damn, I can't spend $250 on this shit. Nah, put on it. If the price is high and it's $2,500, $3,800, put $100 on it. If they already at $3,800, they're gonna keep growing. Motherfuckers ain't gonna stop. They can't stop, won't stop. Bad boy. I mean, like we said.
Take that.
So yeah, that's why I said I got to that realization point. Let's put a cool 100 or anything I want to invest in. I'm doing the same thing for Munchkin, and I really get to that realization. Like, yeah, do that shit this whole decade. I guarantee by the end of this decade you have $1 million. Anybody that wants to take this journey with me, that road to $1 million. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. I am so serious about this. Like I seen this shit like I was a fucking clairvoyant. And I do got some half soothsayer in me, which is basically like another way of saying I'm clairvoyant in another way. It's in the poetic way that Shakespeare used to write that shit, soothsayer. Clairvoyant is what you guys are used to with Marvel. Since we're talking about Marvel, right? Since I just brought up Marvel, right? And we were talking about champions. Did you catch the Arena of Heroes game?
Yeah, I watched a little bit of it.
What was your thought about? Okay, so next down. Okay. What was your thought about that game? The presentation of the game.
I'm about to say the game. Like,
what do you think about the presentation of that game?
I mean, it didn't really make a difference for me. I didn't see nothing special about it. I mean, I knew how they were gonna move about it. 50 to 24. Wow, Knicks.
I think you beg to differ.
Listen, like, so that game was really dope as fuck to me. When I saw how they had the presentation of it, they assigned each individual like their own superhero, right? And there was a little point system that we'll talk about a little bit later, and I'll get a little bit more into this a little bit later. But I'm just talking about like presentation wise, like visual wise. Like there wasn't like a regular shot clock, or the shot clock stuff wasn't how we see it right now.
Yeah.
It had more of a comic book feel, like you would find like in a Marvel comic.
I think what would have been cool, and I'm pretty sure they could have done it because technology is mad advanced these days, yo. So could have made it seem like it was like even the game itself was in like a comic book type of form. That would have been lit.
They can. They have the camera filters for it.
That's what I'm saying.
Now,
gotta have it.
I'm glad you said that because this is actually something that I feel that we're gonna start seeing a lot more of, especially since ESPN is partnered with Disney. This is something that they want to do this is something that was done, and they want to do to continuously draw in younger viewers. Like not only did I notice like it was very comical, right? But what I also looked like I was seeing, I was like, you know what? This has a lot of video game like elements to it. You saw the caption of the individual's name pop up above or below their, but in this case it was above their head every time they touched the ball, right? When they shot the ball, they had a little track meter on it. You know what I mean? Like little shit like that. They had like when there was a shot made by one of the the people that would like had a Marvel sponsor, like Stephen Curry had Black Panther. Like I don't know if that's really what it was, but like Zion had Captain America. Each one, like somebody had Iron Man. I think it was Lonzo Ball had Iron Man. So anytime each one of them scored, like that basket flashed their symbol. So like it's like one would be a shield, and another one would be the Black Panther symbol, and another one would be the Iron Man. So I was like, oh shit, that shit is dope. Like this is shit that they're doing all to track kids in. And then they had this point system built in there, right? And in this point system, it was 1 point for a shot, 1 point for a rebound, 1 point for a steal, 1 point for a block, -1 point for a miss, -1 point for a turnover. And I was like, huh. So not only are they doing this presentation for kids, right? They just very, very, very innocently, right, or very slickly try to slide in there fantasy basketball. Because that's literally how fantasy basketball is scored. Which means if they're trying to put in fantasy basketball in there, that means they're trying to put in daily fantasy basketball in there. Which means that they're trying to teach kids how to gamble early. Fuck with me when you want to get woke. Like, so no, yo, bro, you saw me. I was like, yo, the presentation was dope. I'm looking at this shit and I'm super excited. I'm like, I see what's going on here. When you say, oh, this is for kids. But I see all that underlining shit too, you little greedy execs, you fucking, you little Jew-hating fucking, Walt Disney motherfucker.
Next thing you know, the mommy, can I get an extra $10 for lunch?
Virtual currency.
Turns into betting over with the bookie who pulls up in their parking lot after school.
Because the NBA just recently did a whole since gambling is now legal in New York, like for the thing, they started going all out with their gambling shit and giving you the odds before games and all this other shit, giving you all the gambling prospects before some shit. So they fully embraced it. This other shit, like I said, fantasy sports, and if you're teaching kids fantasy sports or how to keep track from fantasy sports, that means you're teaching them how to keep track in daily fantasy dueling. And if you're giving them daily fantasy sports, that means you're giving them daily fantasy wagering. And all of these kids are going to be betting by the time they're 16, which is cool. You know what that means? Go invest in MGM Grand like I told you to last week already. Like I've been had them. I had MGM Grand from the moment they started talking about, since this is the very first time there was talks about legalizing betting outside of Vegas and New Jersey. I bought stock in MGM Grand. That is so. Follow the paper trail. That's all I'm trying to say. FanDuel, all those other things. You know what I mean? Hey, go ahead. Go get your money up. Who's popping over here? Red something. Red carpet. Where I go on red, man? Go ahead and put your boy on the red carpet. I'm a motherfucking star. Now. The whole entire production, the whole entire thing, I actually did enjoy. I enjoyed every single aspect of it. And I'm like, you know what? I actually kind of want to see more. Like, they had the Nickelodeon shit. Now they have the Marvel shit. I want to see more production like this. But like I said, this is going to go to where now productions are going to start looking more and more like video games. Which, I don't mind. I'm a gamer anyway. That's just going to treat me. But also, there's a whole new slew, like that's what this whole new generation does. It's gaming by VC, and you already see the 2K League and how much viewership that shit gets. Like that shit already has a fucking low key cult following.
The first people to really introduce this shit was Fox.
Mm-hmm.
When they did the Super Bowl. When they did the 49ers versus the Chiefs Super Bowl, that was the first time they introduced that, and it was odd. I'm like, oh, that scoreboard tracker looks dope.
Speed tracker, you know what I mean?
It looks dope. And then all of a sudden, somebody scored a touchdown, and it was this whole animated thing pops up. I'm like, oh shit, the fuck! Look at Fox doing the most. Like this is odd, but it was bringing, like you said, that video game animated aspect to all of these things. And real talk, because they're gonna do that again.
Definitely.
They're gonna do that again. If I was ESPN, when I would do it is around the time of Marvel movies about to drop. Literally the Friday before. That way, you're promoting 3 things all at once. You're promoting the movie, you're promoting your game, and you're promoting the league itself, which brings in more money.
I love you sometimes. Like, you say shit that helps me remember shit that I had forgot that I didn't even realize. Remember, I went like, see, this is why. Like, since day one, right? Yo,
Cheers to that, brethren.
Since day. So,
Remember, you got a whole other cup sitting right there.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Listen.
Now he's fucked up. He's discombobulated. Oh shit, son.
I'm gonna say like it may.
Fun for me.
Danger zone. You play to win the game. Hello?
All I see is fireworks. Everywhere is fire.
You play to win the game.
Perfect time.
She said more fun for me.
gonna learn me.
You love to hear it.
Oh man.
I love to hear it. We need more women like that.
So,
Match my freak energy.
as you talk about the
please.
Marvel too, right? And you said that they're probably gonna drop it like towards when another movie's gonna come out. Marvel just recently dropped the date for the Generation 4 line of movies that's coming out. So we're talking about we're talking about I don't know if it's Captain Marvel or they called the Marvels. I think they were called something called the Marvels.
Who?
The Marvels is coming out with some shit. So they're not Captain
The
Marvel.
Avengers?
There's a show called the Marvels. They're coming out with Black Panther
called The
2.
Marvels?
They're coming out with
You mean the Avengers?
No, the Marvels.
What?
It's called the Marvels. The show or whatever or the movie is called the Marvels.
Okay. All right.
Like I said, remember, there's a bunch of Miss Marvels. There's like 3 Miss Marvels. There's a Mr. Marvel. There's a Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
There's Marvel.
True.
Like, so who knows what that Marvel's gonna be? So they're dropping the Marvels. They're dropping Ant-Man and Wasp 3. They're dropping Black Panther 2. They're dropping 10 Rings, which is a shit for the Mandarin. It's gonna be some kung
Is it
fu
a
shit.
show or the movie?
What
Black
movie?
Panther 2. Damn, it's not gonna be the same. Rest in peace, Chadwick.
Shit.
Rest in power, brethren.
I think they're gonna do an Iron Maiden as well, which may be the black chick from Black Panther. It's an Iron Maiden. Which is a chick in the Iron Man suit. Women empowerment. Let them run with it.
Straight up, let him run with it. It's the title that threw me off, but Maiden obviously.
Yeah. So
women empowerment, the movement. Yep.
So they just dropped.
And we love our women here. We love our
And
women.
obviously the Black Widow movie. Obviously that's so they dropped the date. So they just recently. So go look it up. They usually drop the date for all of this, and they call it Generation 4. So I guess this is the 4th set of movies that's coming out. Whatever. So this is the Generation 4 movies, which I also think. And I'm not sure because I don't know if the 4 was to be for Generation 4 or if that was a low key message to me that there's gonna be another Fantastic 4 movie coming out as well. That 4 was very specific. Like it was that 4. You know.
There is
the long line.
There is. I've already seen the They confirmed that shit's online. I think it's like a couple years. I think it's like 2023.
yeah. Oh no, yeah. Listen, there's gonna be a lot of movie watching, like being done in this
doing
couple
the
years.
Fantastic Four to doing some Vogue shit. You're not slick, nigga. This nigga's over here doing the Fantastic Four like how they showed it in the ocean, but then he's doing some you better what?
And they used to fight.
He's fighting.
There was a nigga that used to fight like this in school. I swear to God. I thought every school had that nigga.
Like you walking towards a fucking lizard on the wall. Like you was walking to.
Like this. That nigga flipped and he was like, "Fuck that shit."
Nah, B, you know what you was doing? You know what you was doing? Nah, you know what you was doing? You was trying to go. That was your fighting stance for when you had to go fuck with them rats.
You like go clean the attic.
Oh no, fuck that. Go clean the what? Hey, yo, that was one command that when was given to me. I said, yo, you don't love me. You don't love me. What? I was like, yo, go in the what? You know where we live, right? Like, not only are we in Brooklyn, we over East New York, like, off Jersey.
Listen, like, I might go in the
Yo,
attic, but they may be bringing me
going
out.
Exactly. I go up in that attic, I might not come back, you heard?
Like, they'll bring you back like, hey, you guys left some trash. Like you know,
Word.
but you know what I mean. Like, you guys
Word.
left something up here. Like, get them off my turf. If I catch you guys back in here again, it's gonna be war. We gonna eat up. We gonna eat your whole foundation.
Like, yo, you go clean the. Yo, I thought you loved me, son. Like, and then the response is, "What's love got to do with it?"
Oh shit. We're looking back at the ATM with the Ike Turner face. You better make sure you play that screen.
Danger zone.
Okay. So let's see what else we have on the docket today. Right. So I want to talk about it. I want to talk about something that's winning. Right.
Knicks?
Actually, a sport that's Julius ran a 2 for 7.
Ay,
I want to talk about a sport that's winning. I want to talk about a sport that is winning right now, and that is the UFC. And they're winning because within
They're like
2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, we heard about 2 major money moves coming out of the UFC.
They're like Chris Brown. Anything
One-
they do is gold and platinum. They don't miss.
It's just you gotta use Chris Brown, you know.
Music wise, nigga. Everything the nigga touches gold.
Or black and blue.
Huh?
Yeah, see? Mic drop. Like, I'm sorry.
The disrespect,
Like, yo, for real. Like how you see this? But Chris Brown suffers from inadequate nigga syndrome. Like he have a op gal like Rihanna. He can't handle that shit. So he's like the only way to try to control is to beat her.
It's to beat her, straight up.
You ain't got time for that shit. He's small in his mind.
Light skinned niggas be like. That's why you niggas will never be in style, Mark.
He was like, it's cheaper to beat her. Like, no, that's not how it goes.
That's why black queens will always love dark skinned.
Come on, you're supposed to make that shit. Fuck, come on, guys. You guys can
Light
make it
skinned
work.
niggas so insecure with your little 2 centimeter PP. Your little 2 centimeter PP, you insecure light skinned niggas.
Oh, wow,
You gotta
damn,
go.
you called him Asian? Here was Mark in the room. Mark just popped up and see, look at that. Summoned him. Listen, we summoned him with the light bright talk. Light bright, turn off the lights and say goodnight. Light bright. You know you remember that jingle? This nigga knew he had a light bright. Or you at least bought one of your kids a light bright. No, you own a bunch of kids a light bright. It would have been past this time by then.
Jules, you playing slow. You should have been shot the ball.
Oh, come on. Derrick Rose almost had that.
This nigga Julius should have been shot on the catch and shoot.
So since Mark is at least we know that he's in the room, right? Let's go ahead and bring up his team. Let's talk some Brooklyn. Let's talk Brooklyn. Right, like
Brooklyn.
I'm so Brooklyn, right? We all got a Brooklyn affiliation here, but the Brooklyn Nets seem to have run into a little bit of problems as of late.
It's called injuries. Next question.
And it was against the Milwaukee Bucks. It wasn't even a question. I'm making statements still.
That matador ass defense.
Right, but they would end up playing the Milwaukee Bucks, and it would be it would be an exciting contest, right? I think Giannis Antetokounmpo put up like 40 something, like put up 48 points. Kevin Durant will put up 42 points. And it looked like it was a back and forth shootout between these two guys. But Giannis Antetokounmpo was like, nah, it wasn't a shootout. I was just playing to win, and I just did whatever necessary to win. But then they would have a short turnaround, and they would play him again, and we would find the same result. Milwaukee beating Brooklyn again very handily, and then next thing you know, we have Brooklyn having all those questions.
Milwaukee, this is for you.
You have Milwaukee being asked all those questions. You have Steve Nash being asked about his time management at the end of the game. To my you know what? I wanted to let these guys continue to play. I wanted to see if they could work themselves out of this situation. That's the reason why I didn't call the timeout.
Jackson that whole.
Because also at some point in time you're gonna want to try to be able to coach these guys up, and coaching these guys up may be like, hey, I let them run with this now, right in the regular season, for them to fail, for me to be able to pull these strings and tighten them the fuck up a little bit in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? Maybe as an assistant coach, maybe Steve Nash is really trying to do something. But for those two games, the Bucks had their number, and they had Giannis over there like,
Milwaukee, this is for you.
I needed the drop. I needed it. Milwaukee, this is for you. Do it again. Do it again.
No.
Milwaukee, this is for you. Milwaukee, this is for you. My. Milwaukee, this is for you.
Now listen, I don't take particular joy in Milwaukee beating Brooklyn, to be honest with you.
That shit is cute. Let's see how Milwaukee looks come postseason.
Like to be honest with you,
that's why this is why Budenholzer's on the hot seat, man.
There's only one Brooklyn fan I honestly give like a hard time to, and that's Mark. Like every other Brooklyn fan, like I'm right there with you, like for the most part. But
Budenholzer is a poor man's Peyton Manning.
There's something I have to let people realize, right? And I have to clear this up and let them understand why. Regardless of how good Brooklyn is doing, they can never fully take the heart of the city. Right?
Because ain't no love in the heart of
and that's
the
because
city.
the New York Knicks really have the heart of the city.
Amen.
And that's because the Knicks
and he didn't stutter nor did he stumble.
And there's a very logical reason for it, right? This isn't like the LA Lakers and the LA Clippers, where I could possibly understand, right? There's a little bit difference here, where the New York Knicks are the city's team, they're the state's team, right? Brooklyn is a borough's team. Like the New York Knicks aren't Manhattan's team, you know what I mean? Like they're not the borough of Manhattan or the city of Manhattan's team. They're the whole entire New York City and the New York State's team. So that's the reason why while they'll always be the heart of the city, the Brooklyn is just
New York from
it's
the
just
heart,
the Nets. They're just Brooklyn. They're just that one borough. Like what I said before, if people keep ganging up on that one borough and keep trying to poke fun of them while they have this success, it's gonna force them to galvanize around each other and galvanize that fan base and galvanize that borough like a motherfucker, which you don't want, because that's the most dangerous borough in the world.
You better tell them about my borough.
Like you don't want 2.5 rapid Brooklyn motherfuckers that live from that borough coming after you next, and then the other 8 billion displaced Brooklynites.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Like, I love my Knicks, but I could put the motherfuckers on.
Let the motherfucking sleeping lion rest, nigga.
Yes, lion rest.
Don't play with us.
I saw a commercial for that
Brooklyn,
advertised
nigga.
corner hoeing.
The fuck is you talking?
You hear me? I saw a beer commercial that advertised corner hoeing.
The fuck?
Corner hoeing beer. Like corner hoeing.
What, when, where, and why?
It's I guess it's Hawaiian or Samoan beer, and I see it when I'm watching wrestling. Because Samoans run the wrestling industry.
Of course.
Like The Rock.
Of course, The Rock, Samoan.
Like The Rock is Samoan.
Mr. President, Mr. Future President.
The current the current champion in wrestling right now is Samoan. Roman Reigns. That's one of his peoples.
Big up Samoan then.
They had
big up Samoan.
They had one of the women champions as well. I think the tag team champion, she's Samoan as well.
Big up.
Wow. So for once we're actually, and Samoans have always ran. Like, let me ask you this: do you know the name Yokozuna?
Do I?
You remember what Yokozuna was? Well, not only was a freak of nature, but he was a big Japanese sumo wrestler. That was his stick, his gimmick. Yokozuna was Samoan. He ain't Japanese. He's a big fucking Samoan. Right? Rikishi, he used to be in Samoan. Samoan Joe. There's Samoan in his name. You guys don't even understand how many Samoans are in wrestling. Like, and they have a little cornerstone in the wrestling industry, and they contribute heavily to the wrestling business. The wild Samoans that started this, like their family, 2.0. and then like I said, and then the Rock helped with this. His dad was damn, I forget his name. His dad was Mr. Fantastic or Mr. Marvel, something Rocky. I don't know, but his grandfather was the High Chief Rocky Maivia. You know what I mean? Like the Samoans are like the Samoan family that they come from is borderline wrestling royalty. What we're talking about here. So I started so I find it actually intriguing, and I actually kind of big it up. You know what I mean? In a way that, you know what, for once, big up, that we're seeing Hawaiian and Samoan commercials during wrestling events. Because if you have all these Samoans and Hawaiians that are representing your company, why don't you have more commercials that are tailored to them or from their region? Since, like I said, they are wrestling royalty. Like, we've all known for a while that they put out tons of talents that we know names to. I just gave you like 7, 8 of them. You know what I mean? Umaga, the guy, one of the guys who died, who they loved him as a talent. Like, there's so many of them. And there's so many of them still more coming, on the male and female end. So I really thought that was really dope. But what they're advertising is corner hoeing. You heard it. You heard it.
It's kind of hoeing.
Like I said, corner hoeing. Okay, I was in they kind of hoeing. I'm sorry, they kind of hoeing. They kind of hoeing. What? That's what they said. They
Stop being rude.
What? That's what they said.
These are people's names, man.
It's a beer. Kind of hoeing. Like, they're advertising kind of hoeing or a corner hoeing. One of the two.
He's so disrespectful. You won't get this fire.
Listen, I've already accepted Roman Reigns as my tribal chief. Okay?
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
They already know. Listen, I already know.
Shit! Step you back, snatch. Bitch, you done went
flying.
Oh my god.
That was number 4?
Okay.
Okay. Blender, give it to me.
Splash. Bitch.
That dude is amongst the top shooters in the league in 3-point percentage and in free throw percentage. I think he's top 5. The Knicks are top 3. I think the Knicks got all the way up to top 3 in 3-point percentage. You mean the GOAT?
Emmanuel Quickly.
Oh, damn. I mean, what are baby goats called? Like, I don't know if I'm ready to call him a goat yet. Like, I don't even know if I was really even I don't know if I was ready even to associate him with an animal as of yet. Like,
get out my way. Dish.
Alf. I'm gonna assume that means that you're here.
Splash. Splash out.
I'm only gonna assume, like Mark wrote Alf. Oh damn, the TV ain't on. What the hell is going on over there? Like, I thought I had the projector going on. Why ain't you guys like
you didn't notice? I thought you been to it.
Nah.
The fuck? You cut off.
I just got started. Listen, you ain't gonna have me like no.
The TV's been like this for about 30 minutes, son.
We was in that Knicks talk. You know, we had that Knicks talk.
Literally, it was off during the Knicks talk.
Exactly. That's why I was so distracted.
hate this guy.
Okay, so
Whose man?
I started off by saying something,
My man.
right? That there's been a sport that won, right? And the sport that won has been UFC.
Yes.
And the reason that I say that UFC has won because they have made two major financial moves over the last. Glad that didn't hit my drink. Over like the last. I don't have my sunglasses. I got sunglasses. What you mean? Over the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks or so. The first one on an individual level, the one on a company level. The first one being Conor McGregor, selling his liquor company for $600 million. Making a light come up. And people wondering why he don't want to fight anymore, why he ain't having a fight no more. Oh, you don't have it. Oh, you mean your reading glasses, not your sunglasses. You never have your glasses. You listen, how many, you're supposed to keep a pair here. Like, I don't know why you don't keep a pair here like you do at work, B. Like, that's what you're supposed to do. That was the game plan. We don't even give you the no glasses excuse anymore. We told you. We have it on wax and we told you we was no longer going to give you a pass for that. Like, the only thing you get is going to get a bypass. Like, yeah. I think I said that right. How Rule Brooklyn some light bars. That was light bars. I wouldn't take credit for
light bars. Stuff that you get for free on the MyT Sports Podcast, bitch.
So, he was able to sell his company for $600 million. So like big shouts to him and understand why he no longer feels.
Conor, can I hold $2,000?
Sure. I just need one. Actually, I just need 10. Oh, you said 2. I just need 1.
Too late, nigga. You already said 10.
I do just need 10 though.
Just something so I can invest some shit and
for real.
Hold it down.
There we go. Okay, so we're back. And I think I hear the 21 mark salute. Nope, I'm hearing shit. Okay, I thought I heard keys. I got the keys. I got the keys. Look at it. This is the guy that's trying to explain the playing game. That's what he's doing. Let's let you guys know what. In case you guys wonder what he's doing, he's explaining the playing game.
What are those numbers by the name?
You in the playing game.
By like 8 number 9 Pacers, 10 Wizards.
Oh no, I'm on the big screen.
Oh. So that shows like their interactions, like how they interacted with the podcast, and it helps get me up the podcast ladder, like for the month.
It doesn't matter. He doesn't pay attention to it anyway, unless it's brought to his attention.
No, I do pay attention to it.
Comment section in your podcast.
Yeah, it helps.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. If everything that you want to say to me, that you put it in that you type it in, it helps, because every interaction helps with your. With how you jump up the progress ladder or fall within like the top 20 for the month or top, like they have a ranking system. Listen, I'm trying to break into the top 20 one month. Like I want us to get there. Like and share the podcast. So we talked about the arena of the arena of heroes. We talked about LeBron James being out with his high ankle sprain and how he's going to have to monitor that. Like, he tried to come back early because he saw that his team was struggling. But even with him back, his team started to struggle. Like, his team continued to struggle. And now it got to the point where they're struggling so much, they're like, yo, we're better off without you. You might as well just rest up because you ain't the same. And then he re-injures himself. And he may not be there for the next game, which is listen, everything right now, I don't care what I talk about in the league.
You say he's not the same?
He wasn't the same. So he had to sit back down. So he kind of sit back down.
I thought you was going all Max Kellerman, Tom Brady with the cliff type shit.
He is. He's falling off his cliff. He's going to become injury prone now. That's what happens at old age. That's an old age cliff. Injury prone. Injuries pile up the older you get.
I'm a guy, when you display a certain level of greatness, you get benefit of the doubt until you show me clear evidence. I'm talking total game slippage.
So, 2 injuries.
A sprained ankle.
So, 2. What's that now? So, 2 injuries in 3 years that has him out for a good portion of this.
Oh, see? That's Siri out here interrupting you because you don't believe you.
That has you out for a good portion of the season. That doesn't start to bring concern to you. And remember, and that's
I didn't see no slippage in play either time.
Cool, you're not gonna see it, but we've seen injuries rob people's careers. Even though they never took that from the level of play, we saw the injuries take away from them. Most people get more injured when they get older. This is his cliff starting to go down. Like, you may not be willing to say it or realize it. I get it. Like, I'll take it to the max. You understand? Like, B.
He got hurt.
Like, listen.
And then all of a sudden last year he was MVP.
And I wasn't even gonna take it
And
there.
then- and
Like,
then
see,
this year he was MVP
you see, he
talk.
set me up.
MVP talk.
He set me up. I wasn't even gonna take it there, but you set me up to put this on wax. You set me up for that, and I got no problem putting my name to this. Listen, listen. I ain't gonna put my name in sand. I'll etch this motherfucking stone. You guys give me the hammer and chisel. This is the beginning of LeBron James's cliff. 2 injuries in 3 years. That starts to tell me that you start to have a problem. Now this old age is
Hey,
starting
who
to get
let
with you.
Max Kellerman up in here? Get him the fuck out of here!
I'm just saying, me and Max may have the same playlist, so you may be right.
Well, clearly you need to stop listening to him because he's clearly already wrong when it comes to Brady.
He ain't wrong when he came to Brady. Brady's got more talent around him.
No,
Eventually.
he was wrong about Brady.
No, he got more talent around him to
To
overcome
prove that he was not
for his
dying.
deficiencies.
Hey, be quiet, you former Jets fan. You don't appreciate that type of greatness anyway.
'Cause Tom Brady's a bum.
Exactly.
How
He
about that?
literally solidified my. I just said he doesn't respect greatness, and then the very next thing that he says validates me saying that he doesn't respect greatness. Yes, chug, exactly, chug.
I respect greatness. I respect the great Charles Barkley. I respect the great Patrick Ewing. I respect the great John Stockton.
Hey, Patrick Ewing though. Patrick Ewing.
I respect the great Allen Iverson.
Wait, you said the great John Stockton?
Yeah. I respect the great Oscar Robinson. I respect the great Michael Jordan.
And you respect the great Tom Brady.
Fuck that dude.
Spoken like a true Jets fan.
Listen, Tom Brady.
Spoken
Tom
like
Brady
a
made
hurt
sure.
Jets fan.
Tom Brady made sure that no matter where he went on the field, if he threw a lame duck, he was gonna get to a guy that can make moves. He was smart. But doesn't mean that he ain't hit that fucking clip. But you,
7
but you
of
know
them
what?
shits.
Whatever.